Today, we are going to explore one of the most misunderstood emotional states in the Bach flower system, Gentian. It is not about the sadness and it is not about depression. It is about what happens after effort when something interrupts our progress and our confidence suddenly drops. This talk is meant for serious listeners, those who want to understand emotional patterns deeply, not superficially. Let's begin with a moment many people recognize. You start something sincerely, you put in effort, you are motivated. Then something small goes wrong, a delay, a bad report, a symptom returning, an unexpected obstacle. And suddenly, your confidence drops much more than the situation seems to justify. That inner drop, that is where Gentian begins. The emotional movement in Gentian follows a very specific trajectory. First, effort, then an obstacle, and then a sudden wave of discouragement. This discouragement is not gradual, it's quick and it feels convincing. At the core, Gentian is not about hopelessness, it's about a collapse of morale after interruption. Hope still exists, but it becomes fragile. Confidence breaks faster than the situation actually warrants. It is very important to be clear about what Gentian is not. It is not depression. It is not laziness. It is not a pessimistic personality. The person still wants to continue, they just lose belief in success. From the outside, a Gentian person often looks fine. They still function. They still show up. They still care. But internally, something important has weakened. The emotional conviction that effort will lead to results. This is why simple encouragement often does not help, because the discouragement feels logical. The setback is interpreted as proof. So reassurance sounds empty, not comforting. Dr. Edward Bach placed Gentian under remedies for discouragement, not despair. This distinction is subtle but essential. Gentian belongs to the realm of temporary doubt, not emotional collapse. Batch wrote, those who are easily discouraged, they may be progressing well, but any small delay or obstacle may cause doubt and despondency. Notice the precision here, progressing well. This tells us something important. Gentian is not about failure. It is about how a person responds to interruption. The issue is not the obstacle, it is the emotional reaction to it. Dr. Bach also said they lack confidence in themselves and their ability to succeed. Again, this is not self hatred, it is a temporary loss of inner conviction. Dr. Bach emphasized that remedies must be matched to emotional patterns, not diagnosis. Using Gentian ethically means understanding the state, not forcing the remedy. Gentian often appears during long processes, recovery from illness, learning a new skill, any journey where progress is uneven. The discouragement shows up after effort, not before. For example, an adult starts a treatment or a therapy. They improve. Then, once setbacks happen, and suddenly the thought appears, maybe this won't work after all. In chronic conditions, one bad day can emotionally outweigh weeks of progress. The illness is not the main issue. Discouragement becomes the obstacle. This is also very common in students. Capable students who do well until one failure undermines their belief in themselves. This is Gentian discouragement, not lack of ability. Externally, Gentian may show as sighing, verbal doubt, or loss of momentum. Internally, the emotional energy collapses. The inner dialogue often sounds like this: if this didn't work, maybe nothing will. That sentence is key. Now let's differentiate. Gentian still has hope, it is shaken. Gorse has exhausted hope. Gentian still tries. Hornbeam is tired before starting. Gentian becomes discouraged after starting. Energy versus confidence, that's the difference. Mustard sadness comes without a reason. Gentian discouragement always has a cause, a setback. Homeopathy and Bach remedies both address emotional responses, but through different frameworks. Comparisons help clarify patterns. Calcarea phosphorica is worn down by prolonged effort. Gentian doubts after interruption. One is exhaustion, the other is loss of morale. Natrum muriaticum continues despite disappointment. Gentian falters emotionally. One endures silently, the other questions. Pulsatilla seeks reassurance. Gentian seeks proof. That's why encouragement suits Pulsatilla, but not Gentian. So remember Gentian as effort, interruption, disproportionate discouragement. Gentian works best when motivation exists, but confidence collapses after setbacks. It will not help in hopeless resignation, major depression, or when no effort is present. The shift with Gentian is subtle but powerful. Setbacks no longer feel catastrophic. Emotional continuity returns. You may notice quicker emotional recovery, not forced positivity. Bach flower remedies support emotional states. They do not replace medical or psychological treatment. Professional help should always be sought when needed. The standard method is simple: 2 drops in water sipped through the day, or 4 drops 4 times daily. Common mistakes include expecting instant results or changing remedies too quickly. Gentian can be combined, but only when emotional clarity is present. Gentian restores emotional continuity, the ability to continue despite interruption. When effort is present but faith falters, the work is not to push harder but to stabilize the inner response to difficulty. Thank you for listening.